Rejection is something that every entrepreneur faces. Whether it's a client saying no, a deal falling through, or things just not going as planned. But what if I told you that rejection can actually be the stepping stone to your success? In this video, we will talk about how to bounce back stronger and keep moving forward. Before we get started, my name is DeAndra and I am a luxury balloon designer and creative business coach, helping creatives like you build brands you love. I go over business strategies, mindset tips, and personal development to help you thrive as a creative. And you can visit my website where I provide blog posts, resources, and so much more to help you start and grow your creative business. And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Now, as an entrepreneur, rejection is a huge thing that comes with being an entrepreneur, and it's something that we have to learn how to deal with. I feel like growing up in school, you don't really learn too much about rejection. You just fall in line, do what you are told, and move forward. Now, when it comes to putting yourself out there and getting out of your comfort zone, rejection is a part of that process. And I had to learn this early on, that I will get a lot of no's before I get yeses. And that just comes with the territory. So within doing this, you have to just learn how to bounce back emotionally after rejection. So let's start with the emotional side of rejection. Because let's face it, hearing no can sting, but it doesn't mean that you're not good enough or that your business isn't valuable. And not every client will be the right fit for your business, and that is okay. And what I've learned is that aligning with clients that resonate with my business is way better than someone who's just coming in who doesn't value me and doesn't value my work. It's a huge difference. And as you begin to grow your business, you will see the difference. Those who really value you, it's such a different feeling, and you feel so much more fulfilled after working with them. And just know that a no doesn't close the door. I would say a no is just redirecting you to something better, something greater. And I know in the moment when you hear no, it doesn't seem like that, but it is. And trust me, when I first started, I had a lot of no's when it came to my clients because they were still trying to figure out what I was offering. I still was trying to figure out what I was offering, and nothing was solidified. But as I grew my business and as I learned and made mistakes, I started to receive a lot more yeses. And it's a mindset that you have to stay positive and just know that good things are coming to you, and just taking rejection as a redirection. The most important thing is not to take rejection personally, because when it comes down to it, could be the matter of someone's budget or needs, and it doesn't reflect your worth at all. So just know that if someone's saying no to you, they're not saying to you personally. It just means that something within your business is not aligning with them, and that's, again, it's okay. So just take it for what it is and move forward. Now let's look into some common reasons why clients say no. Understanding these reasons can help you take rejection in stride and even improve your approach moving forward. So one of the big reasons that clients say no is budget constraints. And this just very much so goes into them not having the allocated budget to afford whatever it is that you're offering. And again, it's okay because it makes room for those who can afford your services. I've learned that knowing someone's budget up front is so beneficial, so then we can both decide if this is going to work or not. Another reason, it could be the lack of alignment. And not every client will love your vibe or your personality, and we have to be okay with that within ourselves. And it's completely normal. Trust me, your ideal clients will find you. And as you progress and as you showcase your work, you showcase your personality on your social media platforms and just through in-person interactions, those people who really vibe with you will be attracted to your business. And I think it's so much better when you're working with people who are more aligned with you, because I feel like it's more of a seamless flow in the whole process. Especially as a designer, I love working with clients who are aligned with me because I feel like the design process goes so much more seamlessly, and they have a trust towards me that people who don't align with me have. And I feel like that makes my job easier, and then it also makes it easier for me to execute what they are envisioning. And another common reason is that they found someone cheaper. And to me, this doesn't mean that your services lack value. It's just a reminder to stick to your pricing and trust that clients who appreciate your worth will come to you. And This is where I want to go back into like just not molding yourself into something for the client. Allow the client to either rise to your price range or let them flee. I've had to learn this over time where it's like, I know in the beginning stages, I was like, oh my God, I just need work, I need business. And I was lowering my prices sometimes just to get the work in the door. But then I noticed when I did work with that client, they didn't value me, and it just turned out to be something that I did not want to be involved in. So you really want to stick to your pricing and know your worth, and know that it's okay that it doesn't work out, because something better is coming for you. This is a mindset that I feel like all entrepreneurs should learn. If this doesn't work, something better is coming. You have to embed that into your mind, into your conscious, because that's the only way you will continue to be resilient and grow your business. Which leads us into staying resilient and positive. Now that we've explored why rejection happens, let's talk about how to stay positive and resilient when things don't go your way. Rejection is inevitable in business, but it's also an opportunity to learn and grow. Focus on what you do have than what you've lost. A growth mindset keeps you moving forward with optimism, and this is what you need in order to stay grounded and stay focused in what you are trying to achieve. I personally think that rejection is part of the growing pains in business, and if you master learning how to understand rejection, and like I said earlier, not take it personally, it will help you become such a strong entrepreneur, because it'll be embedded in your soul and you'll know what is good for you and what is not good for you. Personally, I've had instances in business where I was offered opportunities to collaborate with someone. So I had this business reach out to me to be a designer on their balloon business platform, and I was all up for it, and I felt like it was going to be a great opportunity. The money sounded like it was going to be great, the opportunity sounded like it was going to be great, and the community aspect of it seemed like it was going to be great. And I remember going out my way, filming the whole thing, and then I think within 2 weeks, this person said that they were going to cut me from the program. And at first, I was so upset, and I was just like, I came in, I filmed, I did everything, and then you're going to just cut me? I was really upset, and I felt really rejected in the moment. But in hindsight, it was actually beneficial for me, because during the time I was filming for this person, I was making my own course, which I was then able to just sell for myself. And this person's platform is just not what they sold it to be. So I'm actually so happy in hindsight that I was redirected to create something for myself instead of working with another platform. And this happens a lot in business where you have to make decisions. And also when you get rejected from something, or just like maybe like a client declines working with you, and later on sometimes you'll hear stories where it was like, oh yeah, I worked with that client and it was a disaster, like she drove me crazy, and you just dodged a bullet. So like I said, rejection can be redirection to lead you down the right path. So just learn also how to create a peaceful environment for yourself, mentally and physically. When you're centered, it's easier to stay more aligned with your goals, and trust that the right opportunities are coming. And finally, learning how to pitch your services confidently, so you reduce the likelihood of rejection. Feel more empowered through every client interaction. So one thing I've learned is just learning how to show up confident all the time. This is something you can work on by yourself. Work on your confidence, work on how you speak, work on how you present yourself. All of these things will help you tremendously. You have to learn how to be an expert in your own services and knowing the details in and out. This way you can answer your clients' questions without any hesitation. You know all of the answers to all of the questions that they are going to ask before they even ask them. And if you don't, make sure that you can communicate so that they know that you can provide an answer later on. And within this, you have to just also provide clarity and assurance. This builds a trust between you and the client. And standing firm on your pricing, but being open to flexibility. So this helps to see if it's a right fit for both you and the client. And I have flexibility within my business. Like I have my pricing, but I am flexible at times and depending on the circumstances. Now, if I have a client who has a huge budget and they are looking to cut in different areas, I'm flexible because they are already coming to my business, trusting us and willing to work with us. So I'm flexible with them. Obviously, I'm not going to cut myself short, but I'm going to be flexible on some things, and that is okay. Learning when and where to be flexible is key. You don't have to be flexible, especially early on or when you're working with this person for the first time. But let's say if I have a client who's been a repeat client year after year, I can learn how to be more flexible. even when it comes to, I've had situations where a school would reach out to me and they have an allocated budget. And for me, I love kids, and if I can provide something to enhance their day, why not? So I can be a little bit more flexible in those circumstances. I love that in this business, I can pick and choose where I decide to be flexible. And also sending professional, detailed proposals after the communication with you and the client. A clear proposal helps the client see the value in what you're providing and gives them room to adjust if needed. When you send professional proposals, this eliminates a lot of the rejection when it comes to the booking phase in your pipeline. I feel that a lot of entrepreneurs get stuck in getting the clients to convert over and actually pay them. And if you are going about your payments by just sending a Zelle link, Venmo, Cash App, all of those things are going to make life so much harder for you. So I highly recommend investing in some sort of platform like Honeybook or Dipsado. I'm more of a Honeybook fan. I mean, I've been using Honeybook for a very long time, and it has helped me tremendously with booking my clients. I feel like everything's more seamless. I feel like I don't have to have as much interaction with clients when it comes to booking. I send them the invoice, they click the link, they pay, and we are booked and ready to go. I feel like when I was using PayPal and other platforms, it was a little harder because I couldn't keep track. But sometimes also when you don't follow up, that can feel like rejection because you're like, oh, they're not reaching back or they didn't pay. And sometimes they just need a little nudge. And the cool thing with Honeybook is that within a couple days or so, you can set it to where they send them another reminder, or give yourself a task to send them a reminder to follow up and just say, hey, are you still looking to move forward with working with us, X, Y, and Z. These things also help you because I feel like a lot of clients too are doing their research. They're looking at other competitors, and those who really want the business are going to reach back out and see if they still want to work with them. And by doing so, that's who lands the business. So just learning these different aspects will help you alleviate rejection when it comes to your clients. And again, rejection is never easy, but it's something that we all face as entrepreneurs. But by staying resilient, understanding your clients' no, and reframing how to pitch your services, you'll not only bounce back, but you'll come back stronger. And so that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy this video on how I get my clients to show up and pay me. And that's all for now.